What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Gibraltar United. So here we are now guys, we're at the Champions League first qualifying phase. As you can see at the bottom, we currently got in the draw Valletta, I believe it's pronounced, the team from Malta. They're semi-professional and it should be a close encounter according to stats and statistics and stuff. So overall I'm looking forward to it. Last year we had a draw where we could have got a possible of 3 other teams, due to the fact in the first round there's a first seed, second team, and first seed, second seed, and third seed. Now this year it was different. We were in the second seed. The teams in the first seed had, well, the first seed had 4 teams in it. Last year it was the third. It just seems to be like a bit of potluck. But basically we were in the second seed with only one team to choose from, and it was this team here. So we knew who we were going to get. It was just whether we were home or away first, and actually our first leg is away from home. But it should be a good game. You know, it should be a game where we challenge them. I haven't actually clicked on any of their players. I don't think we can actually see any of their players' stats, so I'm going into the unknown here completely. But hopefully we can beat Malta, or the team from Malta representing them, and help improve Gibraltar. So there's quite a bit to talk about before we actually go into the game, so let's start this off in a logical order in my opinion. We'll go to Gibraltar to start off with. So my fixtures, I don't think I've done anything since I last seen you off. Actually, no, we played some friendlies. We lost 3-0 to the Faroe Islands. We are going to be starting our competitive campaign yet again. We'll be playing Belgium, Slovakia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and also Hungary in our under-21s Group 4 qualifiers thing. So we're no hopers. There's 4 very tricky nations there. So, you know, no kind of weakness or no weaker team like Armenia. But, you know, we'll give it a fair bash. We'll do what we can. You know, that's all we really can do. But, yeah, nothing to really talk about on that front. But there has been some major news surrounding, for example, the league. So the league has jumped up in reputation. It was the highest growing top division in Europe, as we're up to now 218th, where last year, I don't actually remember where we were. Let's have a little look down. Where are we? 218th. Wait, I'm here. 218th, where is it? Is it not in order? 218th. There we go. You see, last time we were 251st. So we've jumped up quite a bit. Still not particularly good. If I try and find maybe something you can relate to, Electricity First Division, which is the Republic of Ireland Second Division, we're still behind them. So it shows that we're not really anywhere. Let's compare it to English. There's the English regional divisions. I don't actually know what that counts as. Is that like the Ryman leagues? I think they're still called Ryman League. It's like the Ishmael division, maybe something like that. But yeah, we're still quite a way behind any decent reputation league. So, but it's growing, and that is an important thing. As a club, after our impressive display in Europe, if we go on coefficients, our ranking has increased as well. Well, first of all, we're actually on here. I think it was like we were 500 and we jumped up like 300 places or 400 places, something ridiculous like that. And I believe we're like 500 and something. 300 and something, I mean. I can't quite remember where. Actually, no, I should be able to give us a rough estimate. Or maybe we're 500. Dear God, I should have remembered or wrote it down on a piece of paper. There's Lincoln Gibraltar. Now we're above them. No, wait, we're not. No, we're not. There you go, 491st. So we're actually on there, which isn't bad. I didn't realize Lincoln Gibraltar were actually ahead of us. That disappoints me because of but they've had an additional year in Europe. They've had 2 Champions League campaigns and a Europa League campaign. We've only had 1 Champions League campaign and 1 Europa League, so we should go above them this season if we can put on a decent display in Europe. Also as well, actually I don't think, yeah, they do have the Europa League this year. Also some major news surrounding the actual nation itself. Our qualification places have improved. We now no longer just have 1 team entering the Champions League and Europa League. We now have 1 team entering the Champions League and 2 teams entering the Europa League. And I'm not too sure how these are allocated. I thought I had an idea last year, but then it turned out I was wrong, so I'm not too sure. If you have any idea, feel free to comment down below. It helped me out a lot, sort of give me a reason or something to aim for. But we're currently playing a team from Malta today who are 51st. So from what I know, or what I would like to think was true, if we could beat them and put on a better display than them, then maybe we could even get 3 teams in the Europa League for the season next season. But this year, the winner of the league will get the Champions League. Second place in the league will get the first qualifying round, and also third place or the winner of the Rock Cup will get the first qualifying round as well. So overall, just more money coming into Gibraltar via Europe. So that should be good news for the whole country. And also, if we go on to nation coefficients, Gibraltar is actually not the worst team in Europe anymore. Oh no, wait, no, it is. I was thinking of club coefficients, which I thought this was how you see the qualification places was handed out. If I'm wrong, again, say that below. But if I'm right, again, say that below. It'd be nice to know. But I think this is how the qualification places are handed out. But it's good to see that, you know, Gibraltar isn't at the bottom of something. You know, they're actually doing quite well in terms of coefficients. We're not even actually above Crimea, and that's quite disappointing. Andorra is still a little bit off, but hopefully one day we can be above them guys in the European coefficients, because of course, like I said, we can't grow in the FIFA rankings because we're not officially in a FIFA representative. We're not actually recognised by FIFA as a footballing nation, or as an independent nation. So that is all great news. You know, we're getting more teams in Europe now. We're making some progress on that front. In terms of qualification places, it will still probably be a while before we can get a team, or before the winner of the league actually gets into the second qualifying phase. But if we can make some good progress in Europe, maybe 1 year where we actually get past the second qualifying phase, that should leapfrog us up quite a distance. Again, if I believe what I believe. If I believe is correct. If all I believe is correct. There we go. Proper English. But no. Anyway, let's go on to the club now. So I spoke about how I had 2 staff members or 2 coaches I could possibly hire. And I decided, you know what, we did need a few new staff. So I've ended up bringing in a few new coaches and stuff. I think this happened before the end of the season. But what I did is I actually released a coach whose contract was expiring and brought in a new head physio. I thought we have an extra availability place for staff. I'm currently happy with the coaching, which I'll show you in a second. So I thought I'd bring in an additional physio to help with the workload there. We brought in Armstrong, as our goalkeeping coach, and we brought in McPerson's as a scout. As you can see, actually, he's a pretty good coach. He could easily switch over to that side if he wanted to, but for now, he's just going to be helping out on the scouting team. And also, we've brought in a new head of youth development, who is Welsh, Neil Coverley, who looks pretty decent, a lot better than what we previously had, so I'm happy with that. As you see, we don't go of our previous head of youth development, who is not particularly great. But our training is really good all around the board now. It is, actually I should, specialize that a bit more. It is still 2.5 stars. The small list of goalkeeping is still not a great area. I actually thought Neil Armstrong was a better goalkeeping coach than that. So that's not too great. But, you know, it's still, general area is still really good, 3.5 star minimum. In fact, everywhere's 3.5 star minimum apart from the goalkeeping area. But there aren't many good goalkeeping coaches out there for me to really get. So overall, we've got good coaching. I'm really happy with the coaching level we've got right now. I don't think, the fact is we don't have a youth system either, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference there, our youth coaching and stuff. So yeah, anyway, back to transfers. We actually made some transfers as well with players for the first time in a while. As you see, both of them from Lincoln, but we'll talk about the outs first. So May, Carlin and Romero Jimenez all left aside. I don't think they've been picked up by anyone yet. Currently, Jimenez is wanted by 2 Spanish teams. Carlin is currently on a free, not wanted by anyone, which surprises me. And May is currently on a free, again, not wanted by anyone. But the one person to leave who I was really frustrated to see go is actually Tito No. Now, I tried offering him a contract and he wanted a large wage. So what I did is I tried lowering it. He said he wasn't too happy with that. I tried lowering it again, but also improving it from the previous deal I'd offered him, so about maybe £10, £20 a week more. Again, he wasn't particularly happy with that, so he actually cancelled all conversations, all talks with me there and then, and that was about a week before his contract expired. So he refused to talk to me again before his contract expired. So in the end, he was let go. I am currently offering him a chance to come back. I'm offering him a trial. I'm the only one currently making a bid, but as you can see, he's got a lot of teams after him, including a few Belgium, a few decent Spanish teams, I guess. I don't have a clue what these division you guys are in. In fact, they're not even bad teams, so I wouldn't be surprised if he refused to come back to us. And also, we released Dave Martin as well, who is our backup keeper now for 3 years, only featuring in the first season for me. But I just decided I didn't really need him anymore, so I let him go. But to the new guys we brought in, with Tito No being released, I felt we needed a new centre back, a new centre back to be our partner alongside Harrison. So Matthew Smith was the guy that fit the bill for me. 17 years of age, Gibraltar international, 8 caps for the national team. Probably one of the hottest talents or hottest centre backs currently around in Gibraltar. Has been playing really well for Lincoln for the past 2.5 years. So to me, he was the ideal person. He was the best player I could see out there. Like I said, I know every single player under the age of 21 in Gibraltar, so I know any good young talent, and Matthew Smith is one of the best around, if not the best around. So I was really, in my eyes, really important that we could get him. He was currently valued at like £250 at Lincoln, but I offered him £0 a week. I offered him £0 transfer budget. They accepted it, so I was able to offer him a contract. He accepted £90 a week on a 3-year deal. So again, I was more than happy to accept that. Hopefully, you know, we can keep him for 3 years. But he's unavailable for selection today because both these signings were made on the day the transfer window opened, which was the 1st. But when I could then re-register my team, because the registration for the Champions League first round happens before the 1st of July, I could only make one additional change. So I decided to give it to my other new signing. So Matthew Smith will be unavailable for this game. If we get through to the next round, he will be available for selection though. But Matthew Smith, good youngster. Hopefully we can use him and develop him. Next guy, Dale Coling, another Coling adding to the collection. Now, Coling is the keeper I've been looking at for the past probably 2 years, I think. We finally got him. I finally decided, yep, we need this guy. He's not actually done too well for Gibraltar. I mean, kept quite a few clean sheets, but nothing incredible in terms of average rating. In fact, I thought he would have played more for Gibraltar, for Lincoln, being, in fact, one of the best keepers, if not, again, the best keeper in Gibraltar right now. So I ended up, again, free transfer, same ruling applied. I offered Lincoln a £0 deal, a £0 transfer fee, and they said, yep, you know, we'll accept that. So I was able to offer him a contract, and, you know, that went through, and I offered him a wage, quite a large wage. He wanted quite a bit. I got him down to 180, again, 3-year deal, so quite a long deal. But if we compare him to Whitbread, according to the reports, apparently there's no real comparison there. So that is one of the reasons I chose to put him in instead of Whitbread, because really, if I can get a better keeper in there, that should hopefully help us get through to the next round. So yeah, Dale Coling, not looking too bad. 20 years of age as well. Still got about 3 years left of major development left in him. So hopefully we can grow him in that time. But yeah, looking at the team this season, there are still areas I want to improve. I am currently trying to get a centre mid in, not to force his way into the first team, but just because, as you can see, I've only got 3 senior centre mids at the side: Barcelo Brown and Norton Rumbo. So I do need another one. I'm currently, looks like I'm going to be getting anyway, Juan Morales Corretero, I think, 27 years of age, from Lions. You know, obviously it would be Lions, a team that has challenged us for the past few years. We did actually originally have him in the game in 2015, 2016. I honestly don't even remember. But we're going to try and get this guy back in. He's a ball-winning midfielder defender, and it's something I think would be quite important for the team, especially in the Champions League, that we can get someone playing that role or could play that role in the squad. So I am looking to bring him in. I'm looking to see if we can get him. Did we actually sign Corretto? I actually don't remember. Yeah, we did. We signed him in the first season. Wow, I honestly God don't remember. That's actually, I think I signed him. I dropped him to the reserves like initially, like instantly, and I decided we didn't need him. Now I'm deciding I need him again. I'll probably, you know, get halfway through the season, he won't play and ask to leave. But either way, I feel like we need him. Plus, the contract we're offering him is a non-contract basis thing, so if he moans, we can release him. You know, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, let's go into the game. Let's get into the actual live com now. What you're waiting for. With the tactic, we're going to be playing the tactic I played in the league last year and also in the Champions League last year. Now, I have made a tactic which is quite a bit more defensive. As you can see, we've gone out there with a... actually, I'm going to go out there with a... We're not playing this today, but... I'm sort of thinking maybe counter. I think we'll go for control. But as you can see, I've actually got a few different instructions on, and I've got... if I go into play instructions for this specific tactic, I've got a lot more instructions on for my players. Like, a lot of people have got instructions on, especially my strikers and stuff. So this is going to be the tactic we're going to be playing in the next round if we can get there, because it's a lot more in detail. A lot more instructions have been put on, because it's a lot about, because that's, you know, we're going to demand quite a bit from our players, because the game is going to be a battling match. But in this one, it's a lot more simple. It's what you've seen typically from me, so, you know, nothing to really change of there, just the, you know, the instructions and stuff. So let's talk about the team. So in goal, we're going to have Coling. I'll probably call him Dale, just because Coling up front will probably be seeing the ball more. Lopez at right back, Harrison and Rios Vincino at centre back. Vincino scoring a hat-trick at this stage last season in the second leg. Decided I'd start him instead of Luis Enrique today. And also we have Byrne at left back, who is replacing Burgess, who played quite a lot last season, but I feel the senior, more experienced player will be needed today. We have Montgomery at right midfielder, who picked up our fans player of the year, and I actually think he picked up division player of the year. We'll look at the awards actually before we go into the game. Montegrifo at left midfield, Barcelo and Brown centre mids, and Gregory and Coling up front. Now, with the division, there are a few awards. I probably should have done this a second ago. Top goal scorer went to Durate. Oh wait, were there no awards? I thought there were awards. I keep being told there are awards being handed out, but I guess I never know when to find them. Oh. Let me click on him quickly. The submit team. Press no quickly. I want to click on Montgomery. I thought he picked up some achievements. Broke the Gibraltar record for the highest average rating of the season with 8.3. Supporters Player of the Year name. No, he never picked up an award. I thought he picked up an award, but I guess he didn't. But anyway, let's go into the game. We got one substitution. I mean, one number to give out. It will be Dale Coling. He will be picking up number 1. That shirt is available since, I think, Martin left. I think Martin was number 1 for a while. I think he was our first choice keeper originally when we came. We know who we could potentially be getting in the second round as well. The Israeli team, Tel Aviv. I think it's pronounced like that. So it'll be a tough game, but hopefully we can do it. So a 5-3-2. Now, I think we came up against this last year, and it's I think I said this last year as well. It's a tactic that, if used correctly, is very difficult to both defend and attack against. But if not, if the players aren't good enough and the tactic is not performed correctly, it can be quite easy to exploit. So hopefully we get the latter today. Let me have a look who we've got. We've got you. What is your advice? Not particularly great. What about Coverley? Yeah, we'll do that. And also apply the advice of Marcus. And we'll go into the game. Second ever time we're in the Champions League. We'll be looking to progress through yet again, because we could use the additional money from reaching the second qualifying phase. Plus, it'd be nice to know we can beat teams from Malta, which would overall be very encouraging. And plus, if we look at the lineup today, we have quite a few Gibraltarian players in the lineup instead of other players from other countries. And maybe even people that could feature for the Gibraltar national team in the future. People like Lopez, who still hasn't been capped for Spain, could potentially play for them in the future. As Dale Coling picks up the ball, probably one of his first ever touches for the club. Pretty decent stadium this team have got. As Brown with the ball, playing it forward, finding Montgomery perfectly. The keeper's rushed out. If he can whip this one in, he does. I think he went for the shot and I hit the crossbar, but the ball has gone in the back of the net. Get in there. Very lucky home goal from Zammit. Giving us the lead, but Montgomery did the wrong thing there by looking for the shot. I don't know whether it was just a poor cross or a shot, but Montegrifo did the right thing, looking for a ball back in the dangerous area, and a little bit fortunate for it to come off the defender looking to clear the ball away. But in the end, we're going to take any goal we can. 1-0 in the Champions League, plus an away goal. Really good start to the game, and time is flying by right now, and we're approaching the end of the first half. Montgomery with a ball in, unable to get the ball goalwards now. Back in, it's Brown with a beautiful long shot, and Brown has scored his first goal of the season and given us a 2-0 lead now. In what has been a pretty, seems so far, one-sided game. Nothing really happening around the goal mouths, but we're getting a lot of the ball, and for that, we now have a second goal as well. Really good shot by Brown, and also a pretty good pass by Montegrifo to give him the goal. And 2-0. Nice and relaxing way to start off the season, hopefully. As you see, Terry Brown is looking very tired. I'll probably look to take him off in the next 5 minutes or so. Also, anyone else who's looking pretty tired. Hopefully we can get a third or fourth in this leg, so that way I can rest the players like I did last year in the second leg, and know that we have that large goal cushion that we can relax on. So I want to see what the fitness jumps down to for both Brown and Harrison. Actually, there's another highlight now. Second highlight of the half. And it is Valletta with the ball, building up from their goalkeeper. Yet to have a shot on target for a home team. That's not encouraging, really. I mean, heck, I think last year, even when we were dominated in the Champions League, we had a shot on target at home. Although I could be wrong. But I think, no, we did score at home, actually, when we played Who did we play last year? I don't actually remember, but they get the goal. As I'm saying that, they do get their shot on target. They get a clear opportunity, and they bury it in the back of the net. Valletta giving themselves away back into the game. Let's make some changes now. We are going to be taking Harrison off. We're going to be bringing on Luis Enrique. Terry Brown is also going to make way for Norton Rumbo. And we'll keep it like that for now. I think we're going to be taking off one of our two strikers, probably Coling, just because he's looking a little bit nervous. As Valletta on the attack yet again. Gregory heading this one away, but straight to the corner taker. He whips this one back in, and it's a lot more dangerous, and we've actually given away a penalty. The ball did trickle over the line, so Lopez probably did the right thing, bringing the guy down. It does say, in fact, the player probably died for Valletta, but they won't care. They've got the penalty, and they've got a chance to turn this game around. Come on, Coling. Ah, he scored that. Whithouse saved the penalty last year in the Champions League, I believe, or he saved a few penalties last year. Definitely Whithouse. Whitbread, sorry, not Whithouse. But Coling not able to do that. So we are going to be taking off. I was going to take off Coling, but Gregory's not having a good game. We're going to be bringing on, probably not Cornello because he's a little bit too tired. We'll bring on Mulifalali. I still don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry, I've pre-recorded a lot of these. But we'll bring him on. Victor Lopez looking very nervous. We'll actually get a team talk out right now, 70 minutes into the game. And I'm going to have to passionately tell the lads to give me more. Give me more. Because a lot of the ball in this match, twice as many shots as the other team, but we've gifted them really two quite simple goals. One of them being a penalty. And you know what? I think this is going to be it for the first half, for the first leg. We do have a slender advantage due to our away goals going into the second leg, but it does mean we will be unable to rest anyone for the second leg. Despite looking really dominant in the first half, we have thrown it away in the second. So 2-2 first leg, not what I planned, especially not after the first 45 minutes, but it doesn't really mean too much. We still have that, like I say, still have that very slim advantage, so as long as we can perform like we did in the first 45 in this game, and put that performance over to the next 90 in the second, we should still find ourselves progressing through. So I'll be back in a second. So no pressure for the lads today, but they've got to step up and they've got to perform at home in front of a near capacity crowd for us, as 1,936 people out of a possible 2,000 will rock up to watch this game. And team's looking quite tired, but you know, I can make a few changes. I think we can do that. We can play Enrique. But apart from that, that's probably the two changes I'll be willing to make. As you can see at the bottom here, we did manage to get Titono in on a trial, but if I go to approach to sign him, yeah, I can't pay that. I can't pay that to you. So Titono has probably left the club. We did sign our player, Carretero, but he's unavailable, of course, for selection today. But maybe in the next round he'll be able to play. Ideally, he will be, but for now he's unavailable for selection. So let's jump into this game. And let's hope that we can get the at least draw that we need to go through. At least a goalless draw or a 1-1 draw. So I think the team has picked itself, really. They've changed the tactic. They've gone for a 4-1-3-2. Not sure really how I feel about that, but I don't really care. Let's go into this game. We'll do Coverley's things. There we go. Gregory playing it back to Enrique as we kick off a very important second leg for us. It's the first time we've actually gone into a second leg in any European competition drawing. So it'll be interesting to see how the team reacts. Coling with a ball in. Montgomery is there. Good save from the keeper, and Durate has missed a brilliant opportunity for us to take a 1-0 lead. 30 minutes into the game, we've got the ball back from a poor goal kick. Coling with the shot all the way from the halfway line. Coling has scored a goal of the tournament, the goal of the century, the goal of the millennium. God damn it. Obviously not, it's a pretty beat down FM bug, but either way we're going to take the goal. 1-0. Ashley scored from his own half, hasn't he? Beckham, eat your heart out. Oh, Coling. But captain as well today, Coling, as you can see, Jason Coling. I said that, he probably will be the vice captain this year. Montegriffo will probably be our captain if he's on the pitch, but because he isn't, Jason Coling is going to probably get that armband. But they missed their chance. Valletta to get themselves a very important away goal. They will need to score one now. They will need to score two if they want to see themselves go through. Let's make a few changes. Our players are looking very tired. We're going to bring Burgess on for Lopez, quite a bold move because he's an inexperienced player. We're also going to bring Montegriffo on and play him out on the right. And for that, we're going to start the second half. I forgot to do a team talk, but oh well. I don't think the assistant would have done one anyway. I probably wouldn't have really known what to say because, let's face it, we're not playing too well. But then I don't really want to seem like I'm expecting too much in the Champions League. As, the ball goes through and it's Enrique. It's offside. We're fine, we're offside. God, the heart was pounding. It's offside. But yeah, we're not doing particularly great. A few people, everyone's looking absolutely shattered. I'm sure they're all breathing out their asses right now. Especially Barcelo, who's dropped down to 40%. We think we're going to have to bring on Norton Rumbo. We're going to just have to take him off. Fresh pair of legs in the centre of the pitch will probably be more helpful than the fresh pair of legs up front. But the ball's been whipped in and we've given away another penalty. Jose Luis Enrique this time. And is it going to be the same guy? Was it Zaha or Sarah? Something like that. Stepped up to take it last time. It's this guy. No idea who he is, but he's managed to score it. I don't even know if he scored in the first leg. Wasn't really paying too much attention who scored their penalty. But it's now 1-1 and it's all really to play for in this game now. And I don't really like the fact there's a highlight straight away from kickoff. We need to be the team scoring. Norton Rumbo, good challenge, but unable to get the second challenge away. Putting pressure on the ball, but really should have won it. This is the guy, Zara, who scored in the first leg at one point. I don't know if he scored the penalty or not, but he definitely scored. Oh, come on. I don't like the fact that they've got all this ball right now, all this possession. I feel like they're going to score. It's been too long of a highlight for someone not to score. Oh, it's offside. Thank God for that. Oh, but it's another highlight. What's going on? We've not suddenly switched to extended highlights, have we? All these highlights, I don't like them. If we score, I love them. But Montegriffo running down that right-hand side, still going. Lay the ball off. Lay the ball off. Someone needs to open themselves up or have a dig, son. Oh, if he'd have scored that, as it says, it would have been a great goal because it would have been a pretty good run. Oh, no, they've got a set piece. Blocked by the wall. Wall's doing its job there. Close down more. Calmly encourage the lads. Balzan chased him down. Who is that? I think that's Gregory. Norton Rumbo trying to challenge. Brings down the player. Brown now. Come on, go, go, go. Doesn't matter if the guy's down. Go. Here is Coling trying to find Gregory. The defender's headed it on, so it counts as Gregory is onside, and he's missed an absolute sitter. Jesus Christ, Gregory, I would have put my money on you to score that. But time is ticking by. We're now in injury time. If anyone to score now, it would be heartbreaking for either team. They're going through and they've hit the post, and it's Enrique clearing that one away. For fuck's they can't do this to me. They can't do this to me. Oh my God, don't. Fucking get it out. Passionately. Tighten up. Ah! Don't. You fly by clock up in the corner. You do it. Oh God, thank God for that. Oh my God. We've managed to get through. It was not convincing. But that doesn't matter. Who cares? Who cares if you stumble through? Who cares? What happened? We snatched it on the away goal, as it says there. But my God, we could have thrown it away at the end, and we did everything in our power to pretty much do that. Giving away 2 penalties in 2 games, not acceptable. But we're through to the next round of the Champions League, and that is the main thing. We're going to be earning a lot of money no matter what. We're just going to cancel that friendly. As you can see, we've now got Tel Aviv in the Champions League second qualifying phase. The first leg is at home. In the next time I meet you will of course be then. We can talk about our tactic as well, the new tactic we've got. We can go into a little bit of detail with that. But this will be it for now, guys. Until next time, peace out.